As you can see behind me over here on the right, all those, the first area over there are all door prizes for the day. We have team events this afternoon. Hopefully we see more people. And then those, first table over there is the great honors of community members. So this morning we have kind of a slow start, but that's okay. It only takes two people to start something. And I just want to say good morning to you all. Welcome to our final day, our fourth day, which is Community Day. And we're going to have fun. We're going to converse, and then we're also going to have supper. We're going to have lunch. We're going to have supper. And this morning we have a young gentleman who comes from Pine House, and he's going to share his presentation to us. So I'll just welcome him now. His name is Brendan Pederson. So here's Brendan.
Good morning, everybody. Before I begin, I just want to say thank you guys. Thank you for all making me feel very welcome here. And I'm here to speak a little bit about recovery and what helped me get through recovery. I don't want to talk too much about myself. Anyways, my name is Brendan Pederson. I'm 36 years old. I'm from Pine House Lake. I'm not here to try to change the world or try to change anybody. I'm just here to help people in recovery, because a lot of us are seeing all over the place in our small towns, and every reserve is struggling with people, loss of people, family, friends. Addiction is taking over all over the place, so it's not just here, it's in my hometown as well. I myself have family members who are still struggling with addiction, and it's sad to see. Everyone's only making it to 3 days, 5 days, 2 months, 1 year. I just want to share a little bit about what helps me be in recovery and what can you do. And hopefully I can reach out to just one person, because like Delia said, it always starts with 1 to 2 people to get something going. So I could share with you guys that. I don't know any fancy tricks. I don't know how to sing or dance, but I could share with you guys something I'm really good at, and that's staying sober, because staying sober forever is a lifestyle, and it's hard to do. Not everybody can do it. We see everybody, but that's fine as long as you keep trying and get up and get going. It don't matter how many times you fell. I'm a person who wants to help anybody. It doesn't matter if it's 10 times, 7 times, 100 times. I really want to help people, and that's why I'm here. And I'm glad you guys came to listen to me speak. I'm very happy. I heard so much good things about Montreal Lake, and I finally had the opportunity to come and speak. So thank you guys for showing up. I have a little PowerPoint here that I want to share with you guys. It's on what helped me, and hopefully it'll spread a little bit of spread some what's the word? I'm real nervous right now, so just bear with me. Anyways, to let everyone know that it is greener on the other side. Everyone heard the saying that the grass is greener on the other side, and it really is. And the hard part about it is crossing that river, because it's much easier to be doing nothing and getting high and getting drunk than waking up in the morning and having to go to work every day and support your family and stuff like that. I don't live a perfect life. I don't have a big house or fancy cars, and but I have a roof over my head and food on the table and somewhere to sleep, and so that's perfect for me. Like I said, I don't want to get too carried away on my life, because everyone lives a dark life, and everyone grew up in dark places, as dark as mine or even darker. So that's why I don't want to go too far on who I am. My stories are, even if I wanted to tell you guys the stories, I wouldn't know. A few things I remember is waking up every day when I was using that I thought the whole world was shaking. wake up one day and say, I'm gonna be sober today. I had to go through a lot of stuff. I had to hit rock bottom. And I'm here to speak to you guys because I don't want, sometimes you don't need to hit rock bottom in order to change. You don't need to live homelessness. You don't have to be homeless to realize that life's not for you. Sometimes you only have one life, and you never know if you're going to wake up the next day or not. So I'm here to share with you guys what will help you and hopefully help somebody else. And so I'll start my presentation here. I got a small PowerPoint that I would like to share with you guys. And it's called my naked welcome to my life. These are just little parts. I really like the forest, so I put the forest there to start us off. All right, let's begin. Now let's go through everything here. Hold on. I'm just starting off this video with my PowerPoint with a small video here that I want to share because I've never been in this position in my life. I've never done anything like this. This is my first time coming out to speak. This is my first time. I'm first year mental health and addictions worker, going to my second year in September. I've never done anything like this in my life. I've never spoken in front of people like this. And I always hear it every day, every time I hear it, I say, well, I can't do that. I can't be that person. I can't be who you want me to be. But I never tried anything like this before. I'm out of my comfort zone. There's so much you can do that you don't know if you can do until you try it. Everybody in this world, everybody in this room has something they're good at. You may not be good at it right away. You may not be the best at it. You're going to fail sometimes. You know? Every little animal, every little insect, every little plant has a role in this world. And I believe that all of us here have a role in this world. It may not be writing stories. It may not be singing songs. But I know but there is something out there for you, no matter what it is. You know? It's getting to be where everyone thinks that I can't do this, I can't do that. But just to let you know that I never thought I could do this, and I'm speaking in front of you guys. And I'm nervous right now, but it's going to work out. I believe that we all have a role in this world, just like everything else. It's a big world out there. Nobody realizes it until you open up and live yourself. Believe that you can do more than what you're told that you can do. You're going to fail out. Not everybody's going to be good at this one thing. You know, life is not fair. It never was. It isn't now. And it's never going to be. And the sooner we realize that life is not fair, the sooner we'll move on and we'll realize that, you know, we're not the victims. Everyone always likes to say, oh man, this always happens to me. This always happens to me. But don't forget that it happens to everybody. Everybody does fail. Just gotta keep pushing yourself forward. Just get up every day and let yourself know that you can do it. You got one life, make it the best life you can. Nobody's gonna wake up for you and love the person you want to love. Nobody's gonna smile for you in the morning. Nobody's gonna feel happy for you. Only you can do that. So I'm here to let you guys know that it's possible. If you want to be a doctor, you can be a doctor. If you want to be an astronaut, you can be an astronaut. You're never going to know until you try. So that's a little video I have going, and hopefully that help a little bit. We'll continue on. So recovery. What is recovery? Recovery could be anything. Everybody has their own definition of recovery. Everybody has their own meaning of recovery. It doesn't matter what it is. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. Because there's so much recovery can mean a lot, you know. So this is the definition of recovery. It's returning to a normal state of health, mind, and strength. I still feel like I've been sober for 4 years, going on 4 years now, and I still feel like I'm still recovering. I'm still going because every day I still battle thoughts of using. Because like I said, it's so much easier to just go out there and do nothing and get high and get drunk. It's easy to wake up and not have any problems, no bills to pay, nothing. All you gotta worry about is who am I gonna go get high with next? You know? So it's easier to live that life. And I want to help people get out of that mentality thinking that it's too late, I'm way too far past, you know. That's what I'm here to do. I want to help people. I want to generally help people. I come here with no notes. I come here with no papers because I'm speaking from my heart to let everybody know that I want to help, and hopefully we can all help each other because, you know, it works better when you have 6 people helping rather than just yourself. Nobody wants to admit to defeat. It's one of the hardest things for a human to do is to let themselves know that they've been beaten, because that's not how we were born to fight. We were born to be winners, and sometimes it takes a lot of tries to feel that. Here's my definition of recovery. What it means to me is to gain everything back you've given up on, because when you're in addiction, and when you let that addiction take over you, you kind of lost yourself. You know, you've been defeated, you've been beaten, you've been taken over. You're not yourself. God says, "Oh, it's not myself," but really, you're not. You're the person you think you are. You know, so that's my definition. You know, to reach your goals, your dreams, and what you want it to be, it means to come out of the darkness. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I was living in the active addiction, every little thing I got that was good, suddenly it turned dark. It turned very dark. Nothing had light. There was no light. There was always this darkness. To regain what you lost, to write your own story. Because I don't want to be known as that person. Oh man, he used to just be a drug addict. He likes to steal. That's not what I want people to remember me by. Oh, he died because he was drinking and he crashed. So I'm up here writing my own story, and I want to tell people about all this stuff I did. I went to Montreal. What a nice community. And here's my experience there. Here's what I got out of that. Support. A lot of times people are wondering, well, who's my support? What can I do? Are there people out there that can help me? A lot of times people don't know that there is support out there because, you know, like I said, nobody wants to admit to defeat. Nobody wants to tell themselves that they lost. Nobody wants to get help because, well, they're going to do it by themselves. I've tried about 100 times to get sober all by myself, and not once was I successful until I took the help that I was given, and I went from there. And now here I am, 4 years sober. My drug of choice was crystal meth, and I thought I would never come back from that. But you know, we do recover. I say every day we do recover. We can become who we used to be. You just gotta really, you know, it's a fight. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a fight. It's a whole life's work. To be sober forever, it sounds like hard because, you know, forever sounds like a long time. But like I said, we only have one life here, and I want to make the best out of it. And I don't have a big house, but I do live a little perfect life. I'm happy. That's good enough for me. Support systems that help me are NA meetings and Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. These are people that are been through the same thing as you. These are people that understand what you're going through. stories about my crazy life, and somebody in the room would get up and say, hey, I live that, I believe you. You know, who wants to go and talk to people that don't know anything you're talking about? They look at you like you're crazy, and it doesn't feel nice. So when you go to these meetings, nobody knows you, nobody knows what your life is about outside of these rooms. And it feels nice to tell somebody I've been sober for 2 days, and then they hug you and say, right on, 2 days is more than 1 day. You know, you got this. And it feels nice to have somebody come up to you and that you don't even know, grab you and say, hey man, it's going to be alright. Everything will be alright. So these kind of meetings, I know they sound like, oh, they're not going to help you, but give it a try, you never know. You might find a family there, you just gotta give it a chance, right? Another one, the second one I got is calling 811. I used to think when somebody used to tell me, call 811 numbers, and I thought, right, you know, that sounds dumb. I don't want to talk to somebody on the phone, like I don't know this person. You know, sometimes that's all it takes. It's hard to find anybody that'll listen to you. It's hard to find anyone that'll sit there and listen to you for an hour talking crazy. It's hard, and that's all. Sometimes that's all we need. Sometimes it feels really good to just have somebody listen to you. It doesn't matter if you don't know it. It doesn't matter if they don't know you. But as long as they listen, it really helps. It feels, you know. It sounds weird, but calling these numbers, that's all those people are wanting to do is sit and listen to you talk. And they're not going to judge you, whatever you tell them. They're not going to laugh at you and say, that sounds crazy. They'll sit there and listen for an hour, 2 hours. The third one I got is counseling. Yeah, I know, counseling. Who wants to go to counseling? They're just there to just, you know, like I have a lot of these ladies up here right now that are wanting to really help people, but we can't help people that don't want to get help. But they really want to help, like they're there, sit there, they go through a lot of people that come through those doors and they go back and start using it, but they don't judge you, they don't care. You can come back there 100 times and they'll still put all their effort into helping you, finding ways to make your life better. And it's not, you know, I know it seems like, who wants to go to counseling? It sounds like they can't help me. How do we know? We don't know until we try, right? Some people, sometimes it might take 3 times to go visit and 6 times to find a perfect counselor. You know, I had to go to 6 different people to finally find a good counselor who will understand who I am, know who I am, and listen to what I gotta say, and figure out ways to help me. They get out of their way, they can wake up early in the morning to drive here from Prince Albert to come and help people, you know, like this. So if you're ever feeling like you need somebody, sometimes it might take 3 visits to actually feel like you're being listened to. Another one I have is journaling. I'm not the best writer. I can't write a poem. I can't write a movie. I don't know how to spell big words, you know. But I still write stuff down, and it just helps. It gets these crazy thoughts that are up in here onto a piece of paper and left there. You can do whatever you want with it after that. Throw it away, burn it. You know. Let the Creator take care of it now. It's their business. It's out of your head. It's on a piece of paper. It's not. You don't have to go to a counselor. You don't have to go to call 811. You don't have to go to a meeting. You just write to yourself. Write whatever you want. You know, sometimes there's thoughts in your head that are so crazy that you would never want to know. And when I started journaling, I wrote down whatever I wrote down 5 words, and then I started going to half a page, to 2 pages, and now it feels nice to have everything that's crazy up in here onto a piece of paper and just let it just throw it away. So journaling helps, and I know it sounds, who wants to journal? Another one I have is nature, being alone. There's something about being alone when you're, being in nature. There's something about it that and I can't explain, but it gives you a feeling of, I don't know, it's like a rejuvenating feeling, like it helps heal, you see everything out there, it's green, every tree has leaves on it, and it just feels like maybe it could help you get all your leaves back and get everything back and feel like you've been healed. So nature was one of the things I used to love to do. I used to walk into the bush and I used to walk for hours, follow one trail, and then just come back and I felt nice. So around here, there's a lot of wilderness around here, camping, going out boating, whatever it may be, whatever you guys would like. Me personally, I like walking and hiking through the bush and just follow, just hearing the leaves under your feet. Sounds nice, it sounds, different memories of when I was just a kid and I was nothing bothered me, I had no issues, life was good. Now I'm an adult and it's kind of, I don't have that stuff, but at least when I go through those bush and walk through the street, it kind of brings back that memory that lives inside my head. And it makes me, and it helps. Friend. That's a good one because, who is a friend? Who's your friend? How can you define a friend? That was one of the things that I thought I had. I thought I had a million friends, but as soon as I got sober, I had nobody to go around. Nobody to give me a ride, nobody to ride, nobody to tell you everything's going to be all right. So I don't know. Some people might have a friend, and I grew up with one friend, and unfortunately he passed away. So my friend is myself, I don't have a friend, my family, my girlfriend, and a few other brothers. So, who's a friend? If you have one good on him, and hopefully you stick with you, even when you're sober and times are tough, you got somebody to come and tell you it's going to be alright. And last but not least, family. As an addict, it's weird because everybody I talk to that's lived a life of addiction, family are the first people they burn bridges with. The first people they steal off of. The first people they take off of. It's crazy. It's like, would you ever do that to your family? And it's the first people that you want to steal off of and lie to because they're going to always be there. That's why we do it. First people I took money off of was my family, and it's kind of sad, I thought, these are my family. When I got sober, I thought, why did I ever do such a thing? But that's because they're always there, no matter what's going on with you, they're there. So these are a few things that help me stay where I'm at right now, continue my journey in recovery. I follow these things, I do everything. It's not, I don't know what I need every day. I don't call that number, but this was the start of where I began. Sometimes now I'm at, I'll journal. I still stay alone. I like to walk. And family. Where would we be without family, right? I know sometimes it's hard to be when you're arguing. We're same blood, same everything, same parents. It's hard to not love them. And my next one is dream big. Set goals and take action. Don't let any other dream. Don't think a dream is just a dream, man. Make it into a reality. This was a dream for me to come and speak in front of people, and I'm glad I got to come and speak in front of you guys. I heard so much good things about Montreal lately. I've seen a lot of good people walk through these doors and speak, and I'm glad I got to be one of them, and I get to tell my family about this and talk to people about that. And Montreal Lake's a great place. they listened to me, and I'm glad I got to help them. And hopefully I can come back. My goal is nothing major. I didn't want to do anything huge. The first thing I did was I wanted to be sober. That's the first goal I had. Was I wanted to be sober. I knew I needed to be sober. That's what I did. Sounds like a small goal, small dream, but it wasn't easy because I had to cross a path. You know, I had to live through the life of a homeless. I had to live homeless. I had to lose my mother. You know, I lost. That's what it all starts. I lost my mother, and it was hard. And that's where addiction really took over me. Next, I wanted to make a difference in the world. One person at a time. If it takes that, and that's what's going to take for me to do whatever I can to change the world. And I'll start off in our small urban communities. Mine, yours. Maybe I'll go to Alberta next. Who knows? I'm just letting whatever happen. I'm not going to make plans. I'm just going with the flow, and hopefully everything works out. And if it doesn't, well, I guess like I said, we'll just keep trying. I wanted to educate myself in addictions, so I took mental health and addictions, and I'm on my year 2 now, which is going amazing because I didn't think I'd ever do it. I'm not the smartest person in the world. I don't know how to, I don't know how to do math. I'm not good at any of that stuff, but I'm doing it. And now here I'm talking in front of you guys, explaining all this to you guys. So again, thanks for showing up and listening. My biggest dream and my biggest goal is to help all my family. It's hard sometimes, just looking at them sick, looking at them live that life, it really hurts. Sometimes I just go in I can cry for them, and the hardest part is when you tell them you see this, like, I want to help you. Oh, don't worry, I'm good. But really, they're not good. You see them all the time, you hear about them, and it could really, like I only have my family. Like, I lost both my parents, so my family's the only one that got closest to me. Lived with them my whole life, grew up with them, lived with them, so I want to help them, but it's hard to help somebody who doesn't want help. And that's the hardest part, is hearing that they don't want help. Even if you told them I would die to help you, it wouldn't happen. Even if you offered them all the love in the world, and fed them and gave them what they wanted, that wouldn't help. They gotta want that. It all boils down to one thing, is that they want it. And that's the hardest part. And hopefully one day I reach my family, because that's all I want. So, as my achievements, everyone has achievements. Everybody has goals. It doesn't matter how small it is. I started off telling myself, man, I want to make a resume, and I made a resume. I felt good. Right now, now that I got sober, I started saying, well, one day, that's the first day. That's where it started for me. My achievements was getting that first day, and I felt good just to say, oh, I got one day on me. It felt good. Then I reached 60 days, and that felt even better. That's all I worried about. Those were the only achievements I was reaching for, were those days. I wasn't looking to get a job. I wasn't looking to get brand new shoes. I wasn't looking to do any of that. All I was worried about was my days. Like counting down every day, And sooner it just started getting higher. It felt nice to tell people that, I'm 90 days sober. It feels good. That's, but that road's not over. That journey to sobriety is not over, because it's an the best fishing I've ever reached. You know? And now the days just go on. It just happened. You know, this was when I received this, my 1-year trip. Man, it feels good to hold that in there. And I grabbed onto it. I was like, I can't believe I got this. You know, everyone's just cheering you on, saying, right on, keep going, keep going. And so I did. I kept going. I continued going. And I got a second chip. I got 2 chips out of them right now. And it feels good. These are these things beat money right now. These little chips that I get every year, they beat gold and money, man. I'm happy with that money. I don't have a fabulous life, a rich life. I don't, you know, I have what I have. A house to live in, food on the table, and these little chips that I can maybe gather. It's my 3rd year. November, I'll be 4 years sober. So I'm real excited to get that 4th trip. One day maybe I'll come back. Next time I come back, maybe I'll have this whole screen full. Who knows? We'll just worry about today. I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm not worried about a year from now. I'm worried about today. Talk about today. So, there's not much. There's a lot that I can say. There's a lot that I can tell people about my life and about my story, but it's not about me. It's about you guys. And about the people out there that are struggling with addiction, struggling with alcoholism, struggling with family, you know. There's so much right here, you know, pain, sorrow, drugs, and alcohol. It all looks the same. This is how I used to look when I was living that life of addiction. That doesn't look like me at all. Not right now, anyways. I look completely different, and I just want to show that that's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. When I look at myself, I think I look scary. But when I was there, I thought I looked real good. And that's why the women always just looked away. Anyways, this is me now. I'm happy. I got that light back in my eyes. You know, I used to say, oh, you look like you're just alive, but nothing's really going on in there. My one teacher told me that, you know, your eyes are the windows of your spirit. Now I got my spirit back, and I show that spirit of mine good time. I'm around family all the time. I'm around friends that actually care for me. So there is a light there. Now I see myself, and it's hard to just, you know, it sounded stupid before, but really that spirit, it all leaving. It gets taken away, it gets covered from the addiction. You know, the addiction is darkness. So that's why I see darkness in there and the way we live that life. And just to end it off, I want to say thank you guys again for letting me come down here, speak to you guys, and waste your time. And I'm glad you guys listened. I hope we reach somebody. I hope this is shared with somebody. Is that it's possible to come from the depths of hell and to live happy. The sooner we see this, the sooner we quit telling ourselves that we're victims of everything, the better life we'll live, the more we'll enjoy it, the more we'll feel happy and free. Because with addiction, you're not actually living, you're just there, you know? So, thanks again for listening. And that's I end up my presentation, my story, and my recovery plan, and hopefully it helps somebody. Thanks for listening, guys.
Hello everybody, so I'm Charmaine, I'm the program manager at the Mental Wellness Village. Brendan is my cousin, we didn't know that for a lot of years. His sister is mom, and my mom was her sisters. And I went to school for 2 years to be an addictions counselor. My first job I remember he walked in one day, and I knew who he was, but I didn't know he was my cousin then. And he came in, and as he said, the darkness in their eyes, that's how it was. There was nothing beyond that. There was no soul. It was gone. And he left. He came and stayed the night, and he left. And he came back again, and he left. He said, I can't be here. He said, I can't recover here. And I said, okay, the door's always open. Whenever you want to come back. One day he came back, and he said, I think it's PA. I can't stay around here. He said, I'm going to leave. And by then we started figuring out. Now had told me, you know, his mom was my sister. So I let him know, you know, we're cousins. Brendan, are we? So he came back the next time. He said, hey guys, that's when we started talking. And he said, I have to leave. I'm leaving. He said, and he went to Edmonton. And then when he came back, he was just a different person. He had to go and recover at Edmonton because he couldn't be around people he knew. Addiction in Prince Albert, he couldn't be around that to save himself. And I went to school with a lady named Kristen, and she worked the same place. And he came back one day, I think it was a couple years ago, just to come and visit at Maxie, to come and share his story with us. And it was nice to see when you're in this field and you see one person recover and one person thriving and living their best life. It's nice. It's that one person, even if that door is revolving, it's the one person that you help along the way. Even if it was just a talk, it was a hug, it was a hi, anything, it helped out. But yeah, so I just want to thank him. He was always, he supports our recovery gear, so at the house we have recovery gear. He has his own, he started his own apparel line, and we in Montreal Lake buy off of him, so at our functions we usually give away his apparel. And that's another accomplishment you didn't have out there for yourself. Yes. And he has a lot of great ideas, so I'm always supporting his recovery this way. And so we're going to give away some of his apparel today. And Orland has the list here. We have some bunny hugs, some joggers, shirts, and hats, recovery, all recovery. So the first winner is Allan Roberts. You can use now, when there's any rights in it, or whatever, you'll take a Montreal Recreation. We also have a little art. Thank you. And something for the ladies, you can a little gift set for him to smell really nice. Not that I'm saying anyone will smell nice today. Yeah, so those are yours today. And safe travels. Thank you. With that, what time are we at? We're at 1:08, so we've got 22 minutes before we start our team events. We're going to do some team events. We're going to have them down this way. We'll have 4 to a team, and I believe we have like probably about 5 teams right now. And they will win these prizes here. And after that, we're going to be waiting for Mr. Beatty should be here shortly. He's going to be doing some art therapy, and I'll explain as to when he gets here as to what we've been doing with that.
After that, we're going to be honoring some community members. And from there, I believe we have a supper. 4 o'clock, our supper will arrive too as well. And Alphonse who just stepped out. Oh, he's still here. Yeah, oh, dropping things. He's on his way. He's going to go get supper for us. So let's give Alphonse a round of applause. Great job. And he's taking off and we'll be back at 4 o'clock. Supper.